Welcome to Book Time with Ryan. I am Ryan, and today I'll be talking about Martha Wells' exit strategy. Book number 4 in the Murderbot Diaries. Woo! I've been reading these, obviously, the last 3 have been Murderbot books, shows. I have watched the show. Book 4 in the Murderbot series was excellent. It is the final book in my 4-book box set that I got from work. I'll take it back and return some of the wealth to the rest of the world so they can enjoy it too, whoever picks it up next. But I really enjoyed this one too. 5 stars, same thing. This was probably the least violent of the 4 books so far. I have done reviews for the first one. That gives you just the background, the base idea of what's going on with Murderbot. He is a security unit, part robot, part human security unit that hacked his governor module, continued to help people, and he became friends, although he doesn't term it that way, with this group of scientists that he ended up defending against this other firm on this planet that they were doing research on, or there was a mining facility, and this other group was called Gray Chris. And Gray Chris is our reoccurring bad guys. Kind of always just a layer under whoever we're talking about. Either they funded something or they're directly involved with something. So that was book 1. Book 2, we met Art, the asshole research transport. I hope we see him again because I really liked him. Did a review for book 2. Book 3 had our Murderbot going to an abandoned terraforming facility, which actually turned out to be a mining facility, mining for alien artifact materials, which is illegal, and this was done by Gray Chris. It was alleged that this was being done or needed to be looked at by Mensa, who is the leader of the group from book 1. And she alleges, because there's all this legal battling going on elsewhere between Gray Chris and our people, Mensa's group, and a couple other groups, including the Bond Company. So our Murderbot is leaving that situation, has to escape because people are looking for him, and he gets on Ship, which is another bot that he has kind of befriended. Not as deep as Art, but cool. And this book starts off, well, at the end of it, he figures out, maybe that wasn't the end of the last book. Maybe it's the beginning of this book, but he's looking at the feeds for news, and his friend, his owner, his mentor, his guardian, Mensa, has gone missing. The idea is that she went to this other area to meet up with Gray Chris to talk about settling the legal actions being taken. But Murderbot believes that she's probably kidnapped, and it looks that way. So he's trying to figure out how to get there. He's also aware that it could be a trap because he thinks that Gray Chris probably thinks that he is working for Mensa. And this could be a trap to get Murderbot to come and rescue his old crew. And it could be. Because he's not actually he's doing stuff for Mensa, but not at her direction. He basically just left her to go out, and he started kind of helping her out, but not with her blessing. So he goes and he finds a few of them, and they are trying to get Mensa back. She is being held hostage, and the idea is that they need to back down from their lawsuit, and if they do that, they get Mensa back. And Murderbot's not having it. So he goes and rescues her with the help of the other 3 members. There is some fighting. There's also this gunship that came to this system from the company, but you'll see kind of these back and forth negotiations between different companies. It's really hard to figure out. These companies aren't necessarily loyal, but they have a client, and sometimes maybe they can be bought off by somebody paying a lot more than their client, but that would be a bad business model. So there's a ship that's kind of stuck waiting off of, I don't want to say coast, but very close to the port because, or whatever it's called, spaceport, because there's some kind of direction from the port authority for that area that says they can't enter. But they're a gunship. They're a warship. And they're there. They brought Mensa, or they brought the other people looking for Mensa, something like that, because they're from the bonded company that bonded their initial work on the planet in the first book. And they're still kind of responsible for that. Not out of loyalty, but just out of business arrangements. So we do have some battling. We finally get to see a combat sec unit, which was pretty cool and very dangerous for Murderbot. See some other sec units, but we know he can take care of sec units. It's the combat sec unit that was kind of cool to see. And at the end of the day, we'll see some, if not settling down, some future prospects for Murderbot. And I know that there are 3 more books, maybe 4, also some on Kindle. So I will be reading more, but this is the last book I currently have. So Exit Strategy, 5 stars, so much fun. Read them all kind of one after the other so you remember what's going on. They're really quick reads. This was, I think, the longest one so far at 172 pages. So not especially long, and they're, again, small pages with some space on them. So thanks for being here today. I will talk to you later. Have a good one.